Never lose your edge. Complacency kills. You know, the first time I heard that, I was 18 years old when I went to the U.S. Army boot camp. And they told us to never lose our edge, be aware of your surroundings, keep your head on a swivel. All these things that very well relate, not just in the military, but to our front lines and corrections. Take away the word soldier and put the word corrections in there, and all these things apply because the correction officers are on the front line protecting their community, just like soldiers are protecting their country. So, you know, it's been around for years, for decades, complacency. We've all heard of it, I hope. And if you haven't, please pay attention. You know, complacency can slip into our ranks at any time. Okay? So you have to be aware of your surroundings and never let your guard down. This is true within the prisons and the jails. If you think there are not inmates in your jail or prison that wouldn't just love to jump on you and cut your throat at any time, you're wrong. If you don't believe me, just Google correctional officers attacked, correctional officer deaths from inmates, folks. Correctional officers taken hostage, prison employees taken hostage, civilian employees taken hostage, civilian employees raped by inmates. This is not just for people in uniform. This is for all you folks that work in a prison that don't wear a uniform. Don't think because, the inmates don't like the officers, but I'm a civilian employee. They know I'm here to help. I'm the librarian. I'm here to help them. I'm the counselor. I'm here to help them. I'm the GED teacher. I'm here to help them. Folks, do you know how many people I have seen that are there to help inmates get hurt by inmates? Treat them all fair, firm, and consistent, yes. Make them walk the line and follow the rules, but keep your head on a swivel. If you lose your edge and get out, don't get into a comfort zone. Do not get into a comfort zone where everything is okay. I do this every day. It's routine. These inmates like me. They're not going to bother me. Oh, no, no, no. That's when you could unfortunately be in the news, attacked by an inmate, hurt by an inmate, raped by an inmate, beaten by an inmate, okay? I'm just using truth and some harsh words to get some of you folks to understand you can't walk into your job in a prison or jail and act like everything's just another day in the ice cream shop, folks, because it's not, okay? You have to never let your guard down. Always be aware of possible dangers. Know your job and know your policies and procedures because the inmates sure know them. And if you don't know them, they will take advantage of you. So do not be complacent in your job knowledge. Do not become complacent with your duties as a correctional officer. Always use your gut feeling, because your gut feeling is there to help you survive. If you feel something is wrong, you sense something is wrong, don't wait till it's too late to back out and get help or to back out and look. But don't walk into the danger if your gut feeling is telling you something's wrong. That will get you hurt. Okay? Realize that inmates can become dangerous at any given moment. Avoid inmate manipulation because inmate manipulation, complacency, corruption, they all three have a circle that connect, folks. You can be manipulated by an inmate into doing something wrong and then you'll be labeled as corrupt. You can be manipulated by an inmate to let your guard down, becoming complacent and getting hurt. They all intertwine, folks, these three things. Okay? You have to keep your guard up. Be aware of areas of vulnerability. Don't be complacent and not pay attention to your surroundings. Know your prison compound. Know your dorms. Know your hidden areas. Know the areas where the cameras, if you have them in your prison, are not looking. Because if an inmate is going to do something, more than likely they're going to attack you in an area where there's no camera. Of course, they study this. They're there 24 hours a day. They are there longer than you are, and they know what place they should attack you, where you're most vulnerable, right? So know your areas of vulnerability. Never become overconfident, because when you become overconfident, you lose sight of reality. When you become overconfident, you feel like you're invincible, nothing's going to happen, you're not going to get hurt. Folks, I don't care how big, strong, mean, and tough you are. There's some big, strong, tough, mean inmates in there, and we don't want you getting hurt. Bring yourself down and think, okay? You're not invincible. No one is invincible. You can be taken down, so you must be ready, okay? Now, management should help you with complacency by keeping officers up to date with the agency goals and agency precautions. You know, it's up to you as an individual to stay strong, alert, and positive and not become complacent. But management should also take a part in helping officers with complacency, allowing officers to provide feedback. Let's say an officer says, hey, we have a danger area over here. The inmates seem to gather in this area and something's going on and we should try to fix that. Well, if you're a supervisor who says, yeah, just go on, just do what you're told and don't worry about it. That's bad. You know what that is? That's a complacent supervisor. That's a lazy supervisor. That's a supervisor that doesn't need to be there. We need supervisors that are not complacent and they give a darn. We need supervisors that give a darn. You have to have supervisors that allow you to communicate with them and report deficiencies. And they accept that. And they say, write me an incident report. And I'll shoot it up the chain of command. And hopefully the rest of the chain of command is not complacent and they're going to take action. You know, it's as simple as saying, you know, in Sector 1, we don't have enough razor wire. The inmates could easily climb the side of this building and jump over. You think that hasn't happened? If you ask me in any of the comments below, I'll tell you where that's happened. Where officers have reported weak areas in the perimeter and it was ignored by management. That's complacency also. Okay? Management should help officers set with their goals and help them reach their goals. They should be involved with their officer success. This is all part of making everyone alert and aware and willing to do their job. Okay? Proper training, I think, is also very important. I think officers need to be taught a course in complacency, a course in inmate manipulation, and a course in ethics, corruption. I think they should be taught how these intertwine, how they affect you as an officer, and how not to let your guard down and become complacent and let any one of these three get you. Okay? Don't let that happen. These are just a few suggestions I wanted to put out there today. Don't let complacency slip through your perimeter. Don't let complacency slip into your ranks. And you as an individual, stay strong. And do not become complacent. And do not allow complacency to take over your inner feelings. Okay? Stay strong, folks. We want you to be safe. This is one way to stay safe. Thank you very much. Gary York, True Prison Stories.